Ever since I came out with my keto Snickers bar recipe, people have been asking me to do an Almond Joy. It, like the Snicker bar, is one of the most popular ones in America and around the world. But I can't just do the Almond Joys. We're gonna have the Mounds too, right? These Almond Joy bars are decadent, they're delicious, they're coconutty. Oh, and they're low carb. And if you've managed to stay away from all the sweets and all the advertising in the last 30 years, you may be asking, hey Victor, what's the difference in the Almond Joy and the Mounds? Well,
sometimes you feel like a nut, yeah. Sometimes you don't. Almond Joy's got nuts, Mounds don't.
So there you have it. A little something for everybody today on Southern Keto. Stick around. Old Yeller is well rested and ready for some action. You know when I break this out, it's gonna be good. The first thing I'm gonna do is go in with 1.5 cups of unsweetened coconut flakes. Now this is the kind I use. I get this at Walmart. It's always better to get organic if you can. And the price of this, well, doesn't matter because this is the only one they sell at Walmart. So you don't have a choice if you want an unsweetened coconut. Now make sure you stick around till the end of the video where I'm gonna tell you how you can lose weight on a 21-day Almond Joy fast. Well, maybe not, but I do hope you stick around to the end of the video anyway. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Then I'm gonna go in with 1/4 cup of my powdered sweetener blend, and I'll put a link to that video up there so that if you haven't made this, you can. It just saves you some money over buying some of the store-bought sweetener blends like Splenda Magic Baker. And it's about 1/3 of the price if you make it like this. And I don't make any dessert without some of the finest beaver-free vanilla extract. And if you've watched my video on how to make your own vanilla extract, you'll know exactly who this came from and who taught me how to make it. I'm gonna go in with 1/2 teaspoon of that. Now riddle me this. If they really still made some of the artificial vanillas out of beaver's nethers, would that be considered carnivore? Please weigh in down in the comments. Carnivore vanilla. Yum. I'm gonna go in with a little pinch of Redmond's Real Salt and 1/3 cup of melted coconut oil. I just take this, melt it down in the microwave in this mug because it's the only one I have that doesn't get scalding hot when you throw it in the microwave. And this is the brand I use. If you're new here, I'll link everything that I use that I can link down in the description for you. This is an organic coconut oil, and the reason I like this one, it does have more of a neutral taste than some. Some of them are real coconutty, which would actually be fine in this recipe, but for a lot of things, you don't want that coconut taste, so this is one of my favorites. I'm just gonna give this a good mix. And then I'm gonna go in with some heavy cream. Now, I do about 1 tablespoon at a time, and just mix it up. What you're wanting this to do here is kind of bind it together a little bit. And this coconut's really, really dry, so you want a little moisture in there for these bars. And you'll know you got the right amount when it kind of holds together. Like that. I might actually put just a tiny bit more, but not much. You just want to make sure that that's absorbed into that coconut. So that's about 2 tablespoons worth. See how that kind of holds together like that in a nice little chunk? That's when you know you got the right consistency there. If it's not that consistency, then add another tablespoon until it does come together like that. Now I'm just gonna spray down this silicone bread pan. It's a perfect size for these bars. It's the same one that I used in the Snicker bar video. So I'm just gonna take this and just dump it right out into here. Make sure you get all that goodness. And then just go in and press it down really good against the bottom. Get yourself one nice little layer of some Almond Joy or Mounds goodness. So now let's make these Almond Joys. Now work with me here. You're gonna cut these in half right across there, and then it's gonna be 3 bars in all. Now some of you OCD folks may want to get some twine and just make a whole grid on there. But you know, for me, I'm gonna eyeball it. So I'm gonna take some of these lightly salted, roasted almonds. Remember your half line here. And I'm just gonna put them right on there like that. And I'm gonna press it in. Now the same people that have the grid pattern laid out with twine, this is really gonna mess you up. For this one's mine. So I'm gonna do that. And so see, this is gonna do more than feed your body. It's also gonna feed that OCD. Oh yeah. And I'm throwing these in the freezer for about 45 minutes until they get nice and tightened up. And I'll see you as soon as that's done. So this has been in the freezer for about an hour. I'm gonna go ahead and make the chocolate to dip these in. All I'm doing here, I'm gonna take a tablespoon of coconut oil, more or less. You see how accurate I am, right? This stuff's forgiving, don't worry about it. And I'm gonna go ahead and melt this down in the microwave first, and then we'll add some chocolate chips. That's the good stuff. Now that that coconut oil is melted, I'm gonna go in with about 3/4 cup of these no sugar added chocolate chips. This is the brand I use right here, but just use your favorite low carb chocolate chip. So I'm putting in about 3/4 of a cup. So anytime you're working with these or any other kind of chocolate in the microwave, you wanna make sure you do it in like 20-second bursts. You can burn this stuff real easy, and these ain't the cheapest things in the world, so just be careful with that. Do 20 seconds, stir it up, another 20, and so on until you get this consistency I'm about to show you. This is the consistency you're looking for right here. It should be nice and liquidy and easily kind of moved around like that. And once you have that, we'll get the bars out of the freezer. Just gonna pop those out. And as you can see, I ended up dropping this and broke the whole half off, so I'm not gonna have as many bars as I thought, but I'll figure out something to do with it. This is where that grid would have come in handy. So I'm just gonna cut these in half. I'm gonna give that a dip in the chocolate. And just roll that around until it's nice and well coated. Get all that excess chocolate off. Put it right on some parchment paper. So I'm gonna finish these. I'm gonna put them in the freezer for about an hour or so, and I'll be back to show you the rest. Hey, and when you're doing these, work pretty quick. Don't try to make a video while you're doing this, because if these sit a little bit and get warmer and not frozen anymore, they start to crumble just a little. So I do not recommend making videos when making these. But man, that one looks great. I think they'll all be fine, just, you know, they're ugly. I froze these for a couple hours, and look at that. Of course, that's the Mounds, and that's the Almond Joy. If you're wondering what happened to the happy little accident from earlier, there it is. Just molded it back together, and it's ready for some chocolate. I think this is gonna be one of my new favorites. It is. If you haven't watched the other keto candy bar video, you have got to see this.